Hello everyone. This is a quick video and in it I'm going to introduce you to opening a Google Classroom. We won't do all of the basic functions of starting a class. This will simply be how to create one in the first place and also how to add your students and the basic information you might want to start with. Okay? Future videos will come explaining some of the other functions with very brief demonstrations. Now, before we start, you'll notice that I have two other tabs open. That is my college timetable, as well as my student list. I suggest that you pause right now and get those available so that you can follow along, and I'll show you what to do with those in a minute. Now, to start a Google Classroom, you simply go to classroom.google.com. And they will ask you to sign in. So just enter your college email. As well as, of course, your password. And now you are in Google Classroom. As you can see, there's an announcement, no classes here. So what you'll have to do is go to the top right. There's a plus sign for create or join a class. And you are going to create. So click that. Give your class a name. I'm just going to name mine Practice Classroom. I suggest that you name yours after the year 1, year 2, whichever level that you're teaching. You can also give a section, the subject. None of this information is actually required. Now, what I do for room is put my schedule in so that my students can go to Google Classroom and know what times we are supposed to meet on each day rather than having to look it up. And the reason I do that is so that as much information as possible is all in one place. And this is why I have my timetable. So I can see that for my foundation class, we meet Sunday and Monday at 8 o'clock, Tuesday at 10 o'clock, and so on. So I'm just going to put Sunday 8 o'clock, Monday 8 o'clock, Tuesday 10 o'clock. You can fill in the rest of your schedule as you like, and then you can click Create. Once that goes, you will have your own Google Classroom. It's taking just a minute here, and sometimes that happens. So once you've gotten your classroom created, you basically don't have anything in it. Let's see if this window will leave. Okay. Now, there are some important things already available on the page before you've even added any information. You have the name of the class on the top left, the information that you put. Class code is the code that any student needs to join your class. You can share that with your students in any way that you like. I actually have a different way of adding students that is a little more direct. So let's go to the top and look at all of the functions that are available. You have your main menu when you click these three bars at the top left. And we don't really need to do anything with that right now. Then you have stream. This is basically your timeline where you put announcements. It's not where you put assignments. It's where you share any information. There are ways for you to add links. So if you click on the stream, you can add attachments, you can type information, and you can post it. We'll deal with some of that later. Let's just look at classwork. This is where you put assignments. And then we have people. Let's focus on that. These are the students, and you don't have any in your class. So what you do is click this plus button on the right, and you can now invite students. There's an invitation link that you can copy and email. However, they will get an email directly by you just typing an email address. So what I would say is that you go to your student list and you see a ID number. Okay, click and drag over one of the ID numbers of a student and then push Control C, or you can right click and copy. Now go back to Classroom. The student emails are basically their ID number with an S in front. So I can click S, Control V, and I have my student. Once you add the @cas.edu.om, you have an email address. So if I click that, that student is now ready to be invited. And you would basically repeat this function for all of the numbers in your group. Once they're all added, you click invite, and that will send an invitation to your students automatically. And all they will have to do is basically click one or two links or buttons to join. And what you would see, I'm going to cancel right now just so I don't invite a student to a fake class. What you would see is that as soon as they join, their names would appear under the student list. Okay, so once you create the classroom and add the people, you now have a functional Google Classroom. I'm going to leave it at that so I don't put too much in one video, but be sure to follow so that future videos demonstrating all of the other classroom functions will be available to you as soon as they are published. Bye.